Yes, 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 man. What is going on? What is going on? Gerald Peters, welcome back to the channel. Man, you know what's up? I believe that anybody, regardless of your age, your race, your sex, man, or even if you're not getting any sex, or your current financial situation, anybody in America can become financially independent, if not financially free, in the next 5 to 7 years if you do things in a certain way and catch a little bit of luck, man. As you know, and I know, everybody knows, life has a way of punching you sometimes. Things don't always work out as you hoped. Things don't always go as planned. Now, if you're an entrepreneur, I know you know that. Shit. You can be killing it in the morning and freaking out, going out of business in the afternoon, man. Trading's like that too. You can be up killing it 1 minute and then it goes south, or we have a black swan, like in the COVID days, or financial crisis, or, hey, we got a wild card in the office. He might do anything. I don't know. But what I want to show you today, I was going to talk to you a little bit about homework, man. So I got my homework boards in here. Over here's in my ideas, okay? This is just as I watch, and I'm going to show you what I watch, some of the things I watch on TV. I'm not going to show you everything, okay? Some of it's proprietary, man. If I tell you everything, you won't watch. You'll stop watching. You won't need what's up with the Bitcoin, man. You guys all give up. Google says it's the most searched in Bitcoin history for how do I buy Bitcoin. Fuck, man, you want to know how to buy Bitcoin? DM me, text me, call me, tweet me. Shit, I'll send you my link. You get $30, I get $30. I've been using the same broker for 5 years. You can borrow money. You can own Bitcoin and borrow against your Bitcoin. Take that money, go over here, put it in some of these breakouts or something, man. Maybe put it in the dogs of the Dow, or spread it out in our other crypto coins I'm going to show you. But today, mainly I'm going to show you the wind, and I'm going to show you my idea board. All right. I know I say a lot of shit because sometimes I don't know what to say. Well, we know about the artificial intelligence, right? Everybody knows about the AI. I don't know if you noticed, but utilities are up 10% in February. All right. Now, I got some ideas for trades over here. These may come down. I don't know as we go about reading, because we got to read Barron's. We're going to go over on Seeking Alpha. We're going to go to FinViz, maybe. I mean, there's a couple places we can go. These are our top AI stocks right now. There may be one or two I don't have on there. We got NVIDIA, Microsoft, Amazon, Meta. You know all these. AMD, Adobe, Palantir, Oracle, Marvel. You know these. These are some small caps. Right up here, we call it speculation and small caps. These are the riskiest stocks that I own, that I play in. They also sometimes have some of the bigger returns, okay? Now, when we're over here looking at the wind, this is the 7 major assets of the world. We're talking about bonds. We're talking about probably oil is going to be number 2. I already know it is. And then we got the, what do we got? We got the Dow Jones. We got the NASDAQ. We got the S&P 500. We got Bitcoin. And we got gold. Those 7 are pretty much the major assets of the world. Most trading, most investing is compared, it's benchmarked against the S&P 500, okay? And you're going to see one of the sections on here are the 11 sectors of the S&P 500. The XLE, XLB, XLP, XLI, XLU, XLRE, XLV, XLC, XLY, XLE. Now, what do you think? Oh, I got it on there twice. XLE is energy, right? Energy. Exxon, Chevron, Conoco, right? But there's usually 10. They list the 10. And then most of those funds will have maybe 40 or 50 other stocks. But the top 10 take up about half the fund usually. Okay. Now, another thing you're going to notice. So we got the wind, and I'm going to rank those, and I'll go over that a little bit. I'm tracking the 11 sectors. I do it different each week. This week I said S&P sectors year to date. I want to know how much they're up or down. Because then I can look at that real quick and I can see which sector is leading, right? And then I can compare that over here to the wind. You know, bonds are going to affect different sectors. Oil will affect different sectors, right? Gold will affect different sectors. It's going to be the XLI, right? You're going to have miners and stuff. So, which S&P sector would Adobe fall under? Well, which one is it? Right, XLK. Is that even up there? That's what that's supposed to be. I bet. Well, let's put it up there. That's technology, right? That's going to be tech. But that's basically going to be this, right? The QQQ, right? Which is going to be what? One of the wins. So if these stocks are getting smoked, we're going to see them in the stage 1, and we'll get to that. Or maybe they're on stage 4, and then they're not even up there. So if I have a growth stock that's in the growth section, but you don't see it as a stage 1, which means the stock's in an accumulation phase according to the money flow trading system, nor is it in a stage 3 where we're going to lock in profit, and you don't see it in breakouts, that means it's because it's somewhere in between. It might just be trending up. It doesn't need to be on the board. All right? It was already on the board. It came onto the board as a 1, and then what? Then it broke out, and then what? Well, eventually it went stage 3, baby, or hopefully, and then we're going to take profits. Now, for the board's sake, stage 3 is RSI 70 plus. That's kind of what we mean. That means the next stage will be a 3. All right? That's what it means. It's going to have one eventually. So it's an alert. Hey, all these in that box, you could trim them. But before you trim them, go see what the fair value is. And you're going to see me over here every month. I throw on 5 or 10, over here. I list them. Shit, I might list 20. I might take it all the way down. And then people say, hey, what can I do to help you? Go look up these fair values, man. Look up these fair values. And then you may notice a pattern among them. Maybe all those fair values, well, they're software companies, which would be what? XLK. But they're also in their own sector, right? And so we can begin to use the board to help us visually see what I call money flow. Now, we can get into particulars, but what we're looking for is this. In price movement. All right, so we got the board. We got the idea and thoughts board. And maybe some little training or whatever. We got social sentiment. That's stuff like CNBC. So like I do CNBC Pro. I like to go over here and I like to go to shows. Whoa, sorry. Look right here. Shows. You can go live. That's CNBC. So I always go over shows, go over. You got the closing bell. You got the exchange. You got the halftime report. You got money movers, power lunch, squawk box, all that shit. I like to watch Fast Money, baby. So this one, and you can see how it starts here.
City's Times Square. This is Fast Money. Here's what's on tap tonight. Credit crunched. Anything tied to lending, from private credit to card companies to money center banks, getting hit hard today. The fallout for financials and whether there's any relief in sight. And the AI job threat block-cutting nearly half its workforce as technology tools reshape the way it does business. We talked to the author of one new study about just how deep the impact could be. Plus, tensions with Iran send energy stocks higher. Is there a light at the end of the tunnel for solar stocks? And we count down the target's first earnings report under its new CEO, what we can expect from the retailer, and how options markets are preparing for Tuesday's release. I'm Melissa Lee, come to you live from Studio B at the NASDAQ. On the desk tonight, Tim Brian Eisen, Steve Grasso, and Mike Coe. We start off with the financial sector rout at Royal.
Now these dudes, these guys are hedge fund managers. Okay.
The financials posting the biggest losses, the S&P 500 and Goldman Sachs, American Express, JP Morgan together were responsible for cutting more than...
All right. Man, just like that. Bam, they hit us with a bunch. Artificial intelligence. Okay. She's talking about, what else she say? Oh, Dow's down up 1 point, S&P's down half. NASDAQ almost a full. Russell's down, boom. Software, fixed income. Anybody in the second income stream? Hey, thanks, Trump. Thank you, Trump. Boom, they're hitting it. It's coming down. Keep the faith. If you have to, scale back. Scale back. Dividends, don't scale back. Take the loss now. Collect it later. You're going to get paid. We're going to keep going. All right. Bitcoin right now is showing us down 1,941. We got a place over here for crypto, right? Plus we got crypto stocks. So you see how the world, life, goes to ideas, makes it to the board, and then you go to the website, petersreport.com. You can upgrade, and that's when you upgrade. Here's the thing. If you go over to the, you might say upgrade what? This book, baby. So I wrote this, man, the money flow trading system. We're going to break down. We're going to show you how to trade. But what we're going to show you, or what I show you, is this concept right here. That stocks go up 71% of the time. They're going up, man, like this. Now, they're not going straight up. It's probably like this. Yeah, a little sideways. A little side. You know what I mean? Like it's just going like that. Now, you might get some shit like silver we just had. Went straight up. Oh, by the way, at one point, I was up 1,025% in silver. Right? Hard to keep that. You never keep your highest balance. You never keep your highest balance. Your highest balance is going to post, and it's going to come down. And until that one breaks, you get another highest balance, and then that one will come down. It's just how it works, man. You never get to keep your highest balance, is what I meant to say. You never get to keep it. You never get to keep the highest balance. It's not like you're going to hit it, boom, and get out, because there's going to be another one. You will continuously grow richer and richer and richer as long as you do the buy and hold stuff. You got to get these dogs of the Dow. Verizon, Chevron, United Health, Merck, Amgen, Procter & Gamble, Nike, Coca-Cola, Home Depot, IBM. Well, fuck, here's another option. You could buy the DOGG. When I'm getting down with the DOGG, that's the dogs of the Dow, man. They have an ETF that'll do that. You could buy it on margin. You could buy shit for 30 cents on the dollar. Go look how much it's up this year. Go look at the dividends. So by buying on margin, you could, in theory, double the dividends of the dogs of the Dow. Okay, so that's just off the top of my head. Things you can do, weird things you can do, fun ideas. So here's another idea, is insurance companies. This one's has a much higher value. It's just went stage 1, about to break out. And we got MP. All right, we see semiconductors are down big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work my way, listening to this, looking at that, looking at charts, taking what they're saying, doing some reading, start building my idea board over here, okay? And then I got to go and write the front page to the Peters Report to recap last week and tell you what I expect this week. Now remember, nobody knows. Past performance isn't indicative of future results, man. We don't know. Nobody knows where anything's going, okay? But we know that it goes up 71% of the time. And I believe that. I don't think anybody can refute that. I don't think there's anything wrong with believing that. So what does it do the other 29% of the time? Well, that fucker goes down, right? It goes down, man. So sorry about the bad lighting. All right. So that price moves through 4 stages. All right, right here. Stage 1, accumulation. Joey, all right, see that? Now what? Stage 1, accumulation. Right there. Right? So the stocks that meet this requirement, stage 1, up when they head out, stage 2, when they start to top out, stage 3, and when they roll over, stage 4. Now we can do these mathematically. Meaning for a stage 1, I need price to come down, 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 down. Maybe it goes up, but then down, down. And what I'm looking for is the lowest low. And let's say this is it. And you might say, well, how do you know? Because the next bar's up. And maybe the next one's a little down, but it holds that. So this becomes the anchor. Now on the 4th bar, if we've hit an RSI extreme, now just pretend like you know what that is. And we hit one on the bottom, say, right? The bottom, the RSI extreme. And we got an anchor point. Oh, and hey, a little bit better, make it a doji or a hangman or some shit or a dragon, whatever the hell they call. But the Jesus crosses at extreme points where price goes down, 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 boom, boom. Come on, man. You take that to the bank. You put an order right here, right there. And when it breaks it, you're in right there. Boom. All right, kids, let me show you what I'm talking about. Down, 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 boom. And then what? Pops up. So we got possible anchor. 1, 2, 3. But here's the deal. We want price to get above that dotted red line. That dotted red line, that is the 5 EMA. So you're going to see it, and that's going to hug price close. Okay? Because it's the average of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the average price of those right there. Whether it be a 1 minute chart where each bar's 1 minute or where each bar's 1 week. Yeah, 1 fucking week makes 1 bar. Okay? And so what I mean by that is you come over here and you can control the time. See where it says daily? All right. Hit the damn button. Now look at your options. Hourly, weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly, 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute. These are for the crazy fuckers. 5 minute. And then look down to there. Okay? So this right here gave us our 4 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. Prices above the 5 exponential. Right? And was it at extreme? Boom. It was right there. See? Right there. So that, my friends, what was the ticker here? That's toast. So come over here on stage 1. We write toast. T-O-S-T. Stage 1. So when you guys look at the petersreport.com, if you go to the website, and you look at my 40-something page PDF, you're probably going to see a chart on one of these. Man, probably Joby Antos. Those are exciting. You're going to see, the one, I put the charts up that I like the best, but then you're going to see it's over here. It's in the growth. But if it was just in the growth and it wasn't stage 1 and it wasn't stage 3 and it wasn't a breakout, you got to assume it's either drifting up or drifting down. It just hadn't qualified yet. And so you'll see by the time I finish, this thing's going to be full, man. And then this is going to be filled with ideas. And this was just a little bit of training, but these are going to be ideas, okay? Artificial intelligence. We're going to make note that utilities have ran. That means what? I bet a lot of those dog stocks have ran. I guarantee you, go look at them. Verizon, Chevron, Emerald, these are all 70 RSIs. Let me go check, but I bet we're going to have a bunch of those up here in stage 3. That means take profits. But it also means before you start just taking profits and you want to book some profits, go check the fair value on it. And if you check the fair value on it, go ahead and just write it over here if you want, because then you kind of get used to the price. You kind of have an idea of what it is on some of your better plays. But then as you add new ones, and then we can get into other things like PEs right there. I like to track everybody. How many are below the 200-day moving average? If you got a shit ton, that tells you a difference. That if you have a lot of breakouts, but nothing's under the 200, that would tell me something different. And then we combine that with the win and the dogs, the Dow, and the crypto, and the dividends we're going to get this week. So I'm going to put my total. So you can't multiply what you can't count. Go count your damn dividends and put the total right there. And then I put, what dividend stocks maybe are going to hit me up. And then in here too, I make dividend notes for like second income stream and shit like that. Okay? Now this is fun. A lot of you guys are like, oh, it's a lot of hard work. That's because you're not really into it. All right. Man, ran outside. Shit got cold quick today. All right. Back to the win. I told you today I'd make sure to teach you the win. Now, over the next few videos, I'm probably just going to kind of work through this and the money flow book. If you don't have the money flow trading system ebook, go get it, man. Yahoo doesn't pay me. Yahoo. I mean, I don't get paid by YouTube. My views are too small to make it worth it. And I like to cuss and act crazy. And they don't necessarily, sometimes that don't work for you. What we got? Toast, BDGO. These are some new ones. Joby, SOLV, Toast. These are about to run, man. We got a bunch of them about to run. Now, the main thing to do, the easiest way to do this is by RSI. If you do that, you'll be right 90% of the time. Now, once you can do that consistently, then we'll add where you look at each chart and just kind of make sure that chart is stronger than the other chart. You could have a higher or lower RSI and still not be the right one, but it almost always works. So the highest RSI was the TLT, which is bonds, right? So if we come over to here and I go over to where I keep the wind, let's see, the wind, then I do this. All right, so this shows them all. There's oil, there's Bitcoin, there's the NASDAQ, there's gold, there's Dow Jones. I got the VIX on there for me, silver on there for me, gold, the QQQ, like the S&P 500. The USO is the oil fund. So this is also the same as this. Make sense? This is the same as silver, but silver's not on there. The QQQ is the same as the NASDAQ composite. They're the same thing. I just kind of keep an eye on them because this is actually the ETF and this is actually the composite. It's not actually a fund. It's just the actual price. So let's go up here and say view as summary. Now I've set my summary up to have the symbol, sector, industry, the last price. I don't know why these aren't coming up just yet. And then in relation to the 20, the 200, and the 14 RSI. Now, if you do that, that'll rank them lowest to highest. I like to resort it. And so if you look, what is it? 71. TLT and the TMF, that's bonds. Next one, Brent and USO. Remember I said that's the oil. That's 66. So then, personally, I come over here. All right, 66. Wow. Well, if I don't make a gigantic fucking mess, I would come over here and I'd write oil. And you could put USO if you want. And it'll go to number 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7. Now later, before I actually mail that, I will go back and I will look and make sure those charts do kind of line up with that RSI. And what it means is RSI over 70 is almost always going to be a stage 3. Or it's run up. Everything ain't running up like that. She's going to be one thing's going to be hitting the 70. Right behind it be something doing 68, 65, 40. And the market changes, Gold led it for what? 8 weeks now. This is the first time I've seen bonds in the number 1 position in a long time. So we're seeing the rotation of the market. The money was coming out of AI, NVIDIA, Tesla, and all that shit, all the tech shit, the XLK, the QQQ, and a bunch of others, right? Maybe and some S&P, obviously, with Adobe and Microsoft and Amazon. All those were coming down, man. And what do we see going up? Well, utility stocks, SO, Duke, Edison, right? What else? There's a bunch of these, man. AEP. There's, I own 5 utility companies. I like to trade the USTL. That's a 3 times leveraged utility company stock. Well, we follow the 11 sectors of the S&P 500. We follow the XLU. Now, the XLU is going to be made up of what? Bunch of stacks. Well, let's see what the top 10 are, right? But if that if XLU is going stage 3, most of the stocks in there are going to be on a stage 3. But what if for whatever reason one of them gets knocked down, goes stage 4? Well, we're going to be looking for it to go stage 1. And we might put it on our watch list or to buy list because the underlying sector is in a bull market. This stock is likely to catch up if what it knocked it down was no big deal. And so we see utilities I put that in my notes. Artificial intelligence. Utilities are up 10%. We got a war in Iran. So this is just, I'm just getting going. And then this was, our training. A couple trade ideas was Humana, HUM, and MP. So, and we're going to get to filling this out. There's a bunch of new signals that I haven't talked much about. HIMS, BTGO, TM, OKTA, ELF, GPC. I like that one. And FIGAR. These are new growth type stocks. I like to bring in new ones. Maybe we can phase out old ones. Who knows? Hey, go. Come on, man. All right, man. So that was Sunday homework, man. Well, today's Saturday. Here it comes. Baby, when you get into stocks like I'm into stocks, everything else is wasting my time. No, but I do love it, man. I don't, and I do have more of a life than just stocks. Sometimes I write about stocks. Sometimes I dream about them. Sometimes I go visit the places that I own just to look at it because I do all that stuff. But there's obviously a lot more to life, right? We know the 3 keys to life. Health. Does you no good, make a bunch of money and be unhealthy. Wealth. Got to make that money. And number 3, mindset, baby. You got to be eternally motivated. And I'd be sad to tell you I let you down this week, Money Flow Gang. I've been a sad little bit. Probably shouldn't say that, even about myself. Man, I've been beat up, man. I let the world beat me up this week. I said things I shouldn't have said to people that I care about. And I want to apologize. Here, and if you know who you are, you know who you are. Man, I apologize. I get worked up, man. I get worked up. Now, most of the time I'm getting worked up for you guys looking for damn stocks and trying to make us some money. Collecting those dividends, man. I get worked up for that. I get worked up for day trading, swing trading. I get worked up for them. But, so anyway, I want to put that out there. Health, wealth, and mindset. And for my own mindset and my own health and for their mindset and their health, I sincerely hope you would take my apology. If anybody out there, let's just do it right now, man. Let's wrap it up. I'm sorry. Come on back, man. Come on back. You used to be in Discord with me. Come on back, man. Hey, I'm looking for writers. Send me something you've written. Go. But if you're not subscribed to the Peters Report and you're not a premium member, it's kind of hard for me to take you serious about writing for us and the other premium members. So you got to be interested in what the fuck you're writing about. If you're interested, you be subscribed. It's like 50 cents a day. So go on there and, hey, you guys that aren't, man, go get it. Hey, I showed you that book over here, the Peters, the Money Flow. $47 as an ebook, man. I've sold lots of them. Lots of people utilize it. Lots of people have kind of modified it to fit their personality or whatever, whatever that is. And a lot of people, hundreds and hundreds of people, trade that strategy. Meet me every day in Discord. We hang out. We text. I send letters. We talk. Back and forth. We're friends, man. If you'd like to join us, hit me up. DM me, email me, whatever we got down there, man. Let us know if you're interested. Probably my number's right here. Hey, don't send me no weird pictures either, man. Don't call. I'm not going to answer. Maybe. I don't know. But, no, I'm not going to answer. But anyway. But let me know what's up. Let me know you saw this video, man. Anything I can do to help you, man. Stay motivated, man. Stay clean, okay? Stay precise. Stay on your shit. Watch that credit. Get your goddamn credit score correct. Map it out. Put your damn life on a whiteboard if you have to. Get a notebook, man. Some of you don't like. You know why you don't have a notebook? Because you ain't got shit to say. People who don't have notebooks ain't got nothing to say. That's why they don't have a notebook. People who don't read are not as smart and not as informed as people who do. And people who don't listen, auditorial learning. I learn a lot. I'll put on YouTube videos and just listen to them. All right? I just listen to CNBC while I'm looking at charts. I can listen to this dude and look around. All right? So you got to develop the ability to multitask effectively, but not too much. You don't want to lose your effect. And to begin speaking positively, power-packed words that you're 10 foot tall and fucking bulletproof. Come on, man. I know you are. Let's go.